Hello, Josiah from Quadratic here. Today on the shelf we're taking another look at the Eachine Lizard because I just wanted to sort of talk a little bit about this and go over a few things. So it is a really sweet quad. This is insanely fast and it's incredible, but it's got a few downfalls. And first of all, you'll notice that the antenna on the top of this is absolutely squashed to bits. This is, if it had these sort of carbon fibre little loops up here, but you'll be able to see they just completely snapped off and they weren't very useful. So I've gone ahead and added a bit of glue on here, but it's still completely smashed. But for now it seems to be holding up, so hopefully that might last for a while. But a big heads up that those, you can see the little carbon fibre bit here where the carbon fibre loops were attached, and it was only by one little tiny strand, so it just wasn't really a good way of keeping this VTX transmitter sort of safe, really. So heads up on that, you're going to want to reinforce this before you get it, otherwise those are just going to snap straight off. So maybe hot glue it before you've even flown it, maybe, and just sort that out a little bit, and then you won't get it destroying like this has. But for now, it's still working. You'll notice I've got these fat 2030 props on. I probably would suggest these HQ props, 4-bladed ones I've left in the description. I've bought them, but I haven't as yet got them. They're taking ages to arrive. So for now, I'm going to be using these. But I'd probably go over with the 4 blades that are in the description. And another upgrade that we're doing is the battery. This is the stock battery, the sort of tiny little 3S. 500 is at 550 milliamp hour battery with the XT30 plug, and this is what I'm going to be testing today. This is the another 550, but this is actually 4S, so we're going to see if we can get 4S on this. And this is 70C as well, well, supposedly 70C as suggested on here. So we're going to see if we can handle 4S. It might be, it might blow something, might burn the motors out, but I think it should be pretty good because we've got quite a high ESC, I think 20 amps on this, so it should be able to handle it. Anyway, let's go and test it out, see what happens.
So here's a little bit of footage on 3S, and this thing is still amazingly fast. It's so zippy and so responsive, and I would still recommend it to anyone, but obviously be careful of getting into this. Be careful and make sure you know that there are a couple of downfalls, such as the weak antenna guards and things like that, so I would be wary of that. And also, this is actually what happened when I had a crash. Because for some reason it's got these two little weird sort of stints on either side. There's a gap beneath the battery, so the battery's not completely flat on the quad. And when I crashed, that actually caused my battery to dent completely, like literally bend in half. So it completely ruined the 3S battery. So be really careful of that, because I had to throw that battery away because it started puffing up. But this is it on 4S, and I've got to say, it's not that much better. It's sort of, the additional weight sort of lags it down. It makes it quite a bit soggy, really, not very responsive at all. But it does still have a little bit of a punch out because it's that 4S battery. But like I said, it's just too weighty, really. So once, maybe in a couple of weeks or maybe a month or so, when we've got some more advancements in micro 4S batteries, I would suggest getting probably a more compact one, because it will really perform well on a lighter version of this. But this battery was just simply too heavy. I'll leave a link in the description if you guys want to check it out anyway, but I probably wouldn't advise this 4S battery on this build. Anyway, thanks for sticking around, guys. I'll see you next time.